Y'all keep coming for me. So, some of y'all know that this past weekend I had something that I needed to do in Paris. Now, before some of y'all are like, ooh, Paris. Paris, like, for example, if you live in New Orleans, it's like driving up to Baton Rouge. It ain't that close, but it's like driving up to Baton Rouge. Or if you live in, I don't know, better example. It's like if you live in New Orleans and you go to Atlanta. Okay. So I'm minding my business after a very interesting roundtable about activism and Harry Belafonte. It was a kind of like a commemoration for the work that Harry Belafonte did. And it's Sunday, so it's today. It was first of the month. I'm like, okay, all right. One of the metro stations that I was supposed to go to was closed, right? So right there at Chateau d'Eau, where it's like, it's not the Little Africa, but for me, it is a Little Africa. I'm like, okay, you have all of the folks from the continent that are concentrated in this particular area. But on Sunday, it just like totally clears out. And so I was like, okay, so I can't go through the particular metro line that I need to go through in Paris today. So I got to go to another metro line. Thank God for the technology and the internet and whatever 4Gs, 5Gs, and whatever kind of Gs they got so that it works. And I was able to kind of find my way around. Just side note, if y'all are coming to Paris anytime soon, or anytime ever, and you need to go through that metro system, please do not load yourself like a donkey, because anyway, you're not going. It's going to be complicated. It's going to be difficult. But anyway, so I found my way around, and got to the metro that I need to get to. So line 5 this morning, and find my seat. It's hardly anybody there. It's Sunday morning. People aren't moving around as much because most stores are closed. And sit down to mind my business, because usually when I'm traveling, when I sit down, or either if I'm traveling, I'm minding my business, right? So, of course, while I'm minding my business, y'all come looking for me all the time. Y'all come looking for me. I must have something on my forehead that says, this woman wants to know all your business because she is minding her business. Okay. So a young gentleman comes and he's looking for money. Of course, he's unkempt, right? Doesn't smell like he just took a shower, or probably smells like he hasn't taken a shower in a couple of days. And I've learned over the course of my life that a lot of times people are just one event away from being in those destitute situations like that young man, or living in the street. Just one, not one. So whenever I see another human being, I treat them like human beings, right? So I greeted him because he was asking for money, and I greeted him. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, because it was true. I didn't have any money for him, but I smiled at him. And y'all, his face when he smiled, I mean, he was so kind of like destitute. I mean, like his, barely speaking loud enough to, to articulate his needs. He smiled, right? So I smiled back at him. I said, if I had it, I'd give it to you, you know. So it's true. If I had it, I would have. And he went away. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, I'm good. I can go back into my mind and my own business, traveling back to Toulouse, right? But no. This is never really how the story ever goes, right? So he comes back. And I kid you not, y'all, I had nothing for him, right? He gave me something. It was a little book, and I can't get up and go get it right now because I'm only half dressed. But, or actually, do I actually have it? He got up. I don't think I have it in here, no, but he came back. No, he didn't go. He came back and handed me something. And it was a little, like, book. It said pure or or pur, which it means pure gold, right? So he said a lady from on the other end of the carriage in the metro gave it to him, right? And he came back to give it to me, and I was like, you're giving this to me? He says, yeah, I want you to have it. It's for you. And I was like, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to give you. And he says, it's okay. I've given this to you. And I was like, this is really kind. And I kid you not, I get a little emotional about small things, especially when it comes to gratitude and grace that is extended when I have given nothing, right? Or it seems like I've given nothing, right? But apparently, whatever I did share with him in those brief moments when we first interacted were enough for him to think, okay, this is something that I want to share with her. So I asked him his name, and he told me his name was Adam. So I said, okay, Adam, would you like for me to read this to you? So it's like one of these little mini, like really mini Bibles. And he said, no, it's for you, it's for you. And the next thing he asked me, because it was coming to my time where I needed to go to another train or to another metro station, he goes, are you going to church? And I was like, I'm not on my way to church today because I'm traveling. But in this space, wherever I am today, this is my church. But I kid you not, y'all. There is something about gratitude, and if y'all ever want to see me cry, you just get me talking about gratitude, and that's something that that's amazing, and it's always unexpected of how it shows up. And today it showed up in a young man by the name of Adam on line 5 of the metro station in Paris, in which I didn't give him anything physical, right? But he felt moved, in fact, to give me something. And that little book right now has his name on it, so that every time I think about him, or every time I see it, I'll be able to think about him. And yeah, life is short, y'all. And being grateful for the things that we do have is extremely important. And we get reminded in so many different ways that even as small specks of dust, we're still considered. And we still matter. Thank you, Adam.